Punjab, and mindful of the majority won by the Muslim League, the governor has installed an unpopular coalition ministry. The Muslims launched tremendous civil disobedience movements in the Punjab and frontier provinces. Thousands court arrest. Women fight shoulder to shoulder with their men. The Muslims win their point and the coalition ministry resigns.
The Sikhs do not propose to hand over victory without a struggle. The British Prime Minister's statement that his government is thinking of more than one successor to the British Raj is received with dismay by Hindus and Sikhs. Communal disturbances now take the form of ruthless, remorseless rioting. In some areas, people die in unprecedented numbers. It is strange that even at this time there are men who believe that the two communities can live together in harmony. In March 1947, Lord Mountbatten is Viceroy. Immediately he announces that the British will leave by August the 15th, and he starts talks with League and Congress leaders. He proposes what Mr. Jinnah has all along been asserting, partition. The Muslim leaders urge a sensible division of the country, but Congress bargains hard. Mountbatten announces the partition of India, and the same night the Quaid-e-Azam addresses his people.
We must remember that we have to take momentous decisions and handle grave issues facing us in the solution of the complex political problem of this great subcontinent inhabited by 400 million people. The world has no parallel for the most onerous, difficult task which we have performed. I pray to God that this critical moment He may guide us and enable us to discharge our responsibility in a wise and a statesmanlike manner.
On August the 14th, 1947, the Muslims of British India make their peace with destiny. Mr. Liaquat Ali Khan is Pakistan's first Prime Minister, and at Karachi Airport, he prepares to receive on Pakistan's soil the man who has given that soil its name. The Quaid-e-Azam assumes charge as head of state. He takes the oath of office as Governor General of Pakistan. Mr. Liaquat Ali Khan is sworn in as Prime Minister.
And his life and his property and the religious belief should be fully protected by the state at any cost. My guiding principle will be justice, fair play, and complete impartiality in the discharge of my duty of service. And I'm sure, with your support and cooperation, I'm looking forward to making Pakistan as one of the greatest nations of the world.
The Prime Minister proudly displays the flag of the new Muslim nation. One last injustice remains for the Muslims. The Boundary Commission, announcing its awards, gives away Muslim-majority territories to Hindu India, and immediately thereafter there begins between the two newborn states a migration of the masses such as the world has never witnessed before. In Delhi, the Muslims seek haven in the Jamia Masjid. Fleeing for their lives, Muslim refugees leave behind the homes and graves and skilled in the senseless strife. They set their faces westwards and march for miles and for months. Of those who leave, only some arrive.
A bone of contention is thrown between the two states. Kashmir's Muslim population rises against the Hindu ruler. The ruler opts for India, and basing its entire policy on the legal fiction of accession, India sends in her troops to invade and occupy the valley of Kashmir. The Indian fist of steel within the velvet glove next begins to be felt in the state of Hyderabad, whose independence is threatened.
Hyderabad can solve the minority problem of the whole subcontinent only if you wish. Otherwise, we in millions will just die with honor, rather than submit and die an ignoble death.
And in the midst of all these problems, the mighty problems of starting up the new machinery of state, the Qaid works night and day. He is no longer only the leader of the freedom struggle. He is the father of the nation. But though his spirit is immortal, his body cannot take the strain endlessly. One day, for a while, the light goes out of the lives of Muhammad Ali Jinnah's fellow men. The nation is plunged in the deepest sorrow as it finds itself orphaned so soon after its birth. The Qaid had set out to create a nation. He did it during his lifetime. Few men are blessed with such success. The Qaid-e-Azam is no more with us, but he lives in his words and deeds.